Hello and welcome to the Building Chinese Irish podcast. I'm your host, Grace, and in this episode, we are talking about goal setting. So on YouTube, I have my main channel, which is called Chinese Irish, and at the moment, it's at 1,030 subs. So I'm currently living off my savings at the moment while I'm trying to develop that channel into something that yields an income. So pressure and time pressure. You know, every month I'm seeing my bank account balance going down by a few thousand. It's not very pleasant to see, but I'm like, okay, this is the cost of chasing your dream. And to me, it's worth the cost. When I started working full-time on my YouTube channel, I didn't really have a concrete goal in my head. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever played Civilization or some kind of hexagonal looking turn-based strategy game, where it's basically like there's a map and you are a character on the map and you have a line of sight, like a distance, how many tiles away from you can you see? And then after that, it's just like grayed out. So that's the fog of war. So as you move around the map, you discover more and more of the map. The fog of war has been revealed. So you kind of get the layout. The mountains are here, the river's there. This would be a good place to set up a base or a city or something. But when you're starting, you don't know where you are on the map. You're just existing on the map in isolation. And the only way to kind of get any vision of what the map looks like is to put in effort. So it's like, try making videos and just like throw it out there and see what the response is. And then it's like, okay, that direction, that's like a hard wall for me. I got no response from this video. What if I go in this direction? Okay, I get some response. So it's like, okay, grass is greener over there. Let's keep going in that direction. And really, the only thing that you have to navigate yourself is like putting an effort into things and seeing what the response is. Not just the metrics from your audience on like how many comments and views and whatever click-through rate. It's also how you feel, how I feel about making the videos. Like, how quick was the production? How complicated was the storytelling? Do I feel good about the end result? Not only did I not know what I wanted to do or where I had to go to get there, I also knew that the most common path to YouTube success really went against my own personal values. Like AI slop channels are blowing up, so people are like trying to funnel into this, make more AI slop videos, have really clickbait, over-exaggerated entertainment, whatever. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't think I'd be happy if I was spent life making all that stuff. Apparently, like, only 7% of YouTubers actually get to the monetized status. And then how many actually can live off that money is like, I don't know, maybe like top 5%, top 3% of all the YouTube accounts. It feels like that's a high barrier already without adding my own personal values and stuff on top of it. But what can you do? It's just like put more effort into trying to figure it out. And I feel like I finally gotten to that place. If you asked me 1 month ago, I would have said, oh, I'm in the middle of the fog of war. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing. But suddenly a bunch of things just started clicking for me. Like, okay, each video that I was making on the way towards going in some random directions, I didn't know where I was going. I was putting so much pressure on myself because I could only think about, this has to be a great video. And I also don't feel like I have the skills to make really great videos yet. So it's like, you know, a lot of pressure, unreasonable pressure, you know, because I'm watching my bank account balance go down. But once I got some clarity and like, okay, I actually want to build a software business eventually. And these are all the steps of things that I need to build along the way to get there. And to have it be like an ethical business where I can give a lot back to the community, where I can give a lot of stuff for free, where it's not going to cost me a lot of money too. And then the people who have extra money, who want to pay for my product, can pay for it, you know? So it's like not just this idea of I am here losing money every month. I want to be there where I'm able to pay my bills. It's like, okay, but that's not that exciting. That's just like survival. But like having milestones that are actually exciting for me along the way and having the whole roadmap written down. Here's your business where you're making money that can pay your bills. And you've done it in a way that is congruent with your own values. And you're giving a lot back to the community as well. You're not just like extracting the most amount of money. That's really exciting for me. That's so exciting. And because I have this larger goal now, it's taken so much pressure off of me in terms of making my main channel YouTube videos, because that's not the goal now. The goal is something else. And the YouTube videos are to document the really exciting thing along the way. Because I have 5 years working experience in business intelligence, like in tech, I feel really confident that I can build stuff that people would want to pay for. I'm not betting my future on a skill that I have not developed yet, because that feels intensely anxiety provoking. I'm betting my future on the skills that I have already proven to myself that I can do these things. And people have paid me a lot of money to do them for them. Now I'm going to use these skills for myself. What am I trying to say? If you have a goal, say I'm overweight now, and in 1 year, I want to be like 10 kilos lighter or something. And the only way I'm going to get there is by going for a run every day. But I don't like running. It's just like, well, then no matter how much you want your goal, just don't. Just don't do the thing that you hate doing. Maybe try it out until you find something better and then trade up. Okay, I started running outside and I didn't like it so much, and then I joined a gym, and then treadmill's better. And then I'm on the treadmill and I realized, the stair machine's better. And I did the stair machine and it's like, okay, like I like hiking, which is basically like climbing a mountain. I don't know, just steps all the way up. So now I'm back to outside again, So it's like, let your goals sit there, but don't be attached to the way to get there. Just try and figure it out along the way. Just kind of like make incremental improvements until the point where it's just like, I like to go hiking on my weekends. And when I'm hiking, I'm not snacking all the time and I'm getting my exercise in. And then it just became natural for me to lose the 10 kg or whatever, And probably along the way, it's not even about losing the 10 kg anymore. Maybe it's about, I want to go to this place and hike that mountain because the scenery there looks cool. Or I joined a hiking club and I just like spending time with these people, and that's why I'm hiking all the time with them. I'm achieving my goal almost as a passive result of finding something that I like to do better. I think that's the main reason why I was always failing my goals, because I was looking for the shortest route, the most optimized route. But who knows if it's the most optimized route for you? Who knows what your preferences are, what your limitations are, what your time availability, energy availability. Like, this is why I hate just generic advice off the internet so much, because it's just so conflicting all the time, because it doesn't take into account who you are. What do you really want out of this, And I feel like people who make these like kind of vague goals, like, I just want to make money fast. Well, there's a million different ways to do that. And then you're going to get pulled in a million different directions, because there's going to be all these scammers trying to sell you some course to do it as quick as possible. And all of these scammers will never tell you. The first thing you should do is figure out what you want. What are your limitations? What is your time scale? Whatever. All the clarifying questions, because they don't want clarifying questions, because the answers of those questions might filter them out. So they'll never tell you, hey, you need to know these things first to find the most appropriate solution for you, because they want to appear like their solution is the best solution, even when it's not, so they can still sell you. I don't know, my little rant. What I'm trying to say with goal setting is like, wherever you are, have your goal. Don't be afraid of not knowing where you're going or changing from the optimized path to something else. I think the more that I listened to what the optimized path was for me to like get monetized on YouTube, and then seeing my actual results being so far away from what they were selling, it just filled me with so much anxiety that was so unnecessary. It did nothing to help me apart from edging me towards a sales funnel where I had to ask them, help fix me, make my results look like the results you say I should have. Where it's like, no, If I did that, they would push me down a path where I'm not building my own tech company. What I'm trying to say is, if you have a goal, listen to other people, try out some ideas. But if it goes against your values, then drop it. Try something else. Try something else. Pivot, 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 pivot. Keep gaining skills. Keep putting in the work. And then eventually you'll kind of find where you're at. I say it took me 6 months to grow my channel, 600 something subs to like over 1,000. It actually didn't. It took longer because there was like this period of a couple of months before I even uploaded my first video, bringing my dead channel back to life. It took a really long time. And it was just like a lot of head games going on. If you are somewhere and you have a goal and you really want that goal, but you don't know how to get there, just try stuff. Throw things at the wall. Look at the data. Adjust. You can listen to ideas of how to get there from like gurus or whatever, but don't ever expect your results to be their results. I mean, if anything, they're putting them high on purpose, unrealistic on purpose, to fill you with anxiety so you buy their course. You get there on your own time. Because your path is different. Nobody knows your exact goal. Nobody knows your exact skill set, your values, your limitations. So it's only you that knows this. And you have to find the path for you at your age, your gender, your location in the world, with your personal issues going on, relationship issues, family issues, health issues, whatever. You know, it's just all of that comes into play. Money issues, World War III issues, you know, it's like gurus. They piss me off, honestly. I wish there was some metric to say how much anxiety have I felt in my whole lifetime. And if it was like this pie chart, right? All of my anxiety. What percentage of that anxiety is created by marketing to tell me, oh, you don't have this? Really? You should be here. If you're not here, then buy my course or buy my thing. And it's like, I was perfectly happy before I saw that ad. And now I don't feel happy. Thanks, dickhead. But yeah, that's it. That's my spiel. The answer to it all, to achieving your goals, putting in the work. Whenever I don't feel smart enough to do what I'm doing, I think about Forrest Gump. I'm not a Tom Hanks fan, but Saving Private Ryan and Forrest Gump are the ones that I probably think about the most. Because he just did stuff, you know. They don't even have to be your ideas of what to do. I mean, I got into data science because somebody told me to get into data science. I didn't even know what it was. And then I joined the school that I joined because somebody told me to. I was like, okay. All of my ideas before I did data science, career-wise, led me down the wrong path. So maybe if I stop listening to myself, I'll go down the right path. So I just tried it. And it worked. And then I got a career working on databases. And then I had enough money to take time out to chase my dream. That's where I am now. Putting in the work is like 90% of it. Being able to see your results and pivot based on data, based on results. That's the other 10. That's it for today's video. Question for the audience. What is a goal that you have in life? It could be big or small, that you just have no idea how you're going to fulfill, but you'd really love it to happen. Put it in the comments. Yeah, that's it. That's it for today's episode. Thank you for listening or watching. Hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.